Hello everybody, my name is Sheila S.L. Reeds, and today I'm going to be ranking every Twilight character, or as many are in this ranking thing. I'm going to try and screen record so you can see what I'm doing. Otherwise, you will only be seeing the screen recording if I cannot figure out how to make us both be on screen at the same time. I first saw this video idea done, obviously everybody's been ranking things recently, but by Emma McGuigan, and her video is called Ranking Every Twilight Character and Giveaway. I will post a link to that down below. But I'm going to do a screen record. So I just wanted to rank all these characters. I like Twilight. I know it is not everyone's favorite thing, but I just do happen to enjoy it. In all honesty, I do like Twilight, and I'm not gonna pretend that I don't. It was one of those things where it was not cool to like it because there's bad things about it, but I have decided that I feel like you can like something and still acknowledge that it's not great or not perfect, and that's okay. So, the categories are, y'all, here's some, which I guess would be the worst. Okay, Grimes, we appreciate power. Yes, mama. And then untouchable, burning brighter than the sun, now that you're close, I feel something. I don't really care about these categories, so I'm just gonna pretty much do it A through F sort of thing. Can I change? I could do the tiers, God tier.
God tier. God tier. Good tier. This is gonna be shit tier. This is gonna be
Okay, so we have that down. Goes God tier to shit tier, and I already made this mistake. So we're gonna start with oh my god, I keep moving people around when I'm not meaning to. So the first person who was here was Bella, and I don't dislike Bella as much as other people do. I do think that if you do just acknowledge that she is a 17-year-old girl who is allowed to be trying to have sex with this dude, it's that's just who she is. She just wants to become a vampire so that she'll have sex with Edward. She marries him so that they will have sex. And I think it's okay for her to be thirsty and for everybody to stop being oh, she's boring. Oh, she's just, she's only here for one thing and one thing only. I'm gonna put her in okay tier. Not great, not awful. And I'm also going to be basing this stuff off of my thoughts about the books and the movies, because I have read the books many times. I've read the official illustrated guide. I have all the movies. You're literally my camera's sitting on all the movies right now. And so I'm going to be basing my thoughts off of this. So we have Angela. Angela was a much bigger character in the books, and so I'm going to say she was good great tier. Jessica and Bella had kind of a shitty relationship because Jessica didn't really like Bella to begin with. Bella kind of came in and stole everybody's collective man, Edward Cullen. And so I'm gonna put her in good great tier. Especially I believe I haven't reread. I reread the first one, I haven't reread the other ones recently. In one of the books, Angela is still always pretty much by her side. And I respect that, to know that your friend's going through something and to not treat them like shit for it, and when they come back and they're okay, even if the relationship is questionable. I think it's good to have someone like that in your life, and not to have Jessica, who I thought was quite two-faced, not gonna lie. Okay, so we're gonna have... Oh my, I messed up. We are next having Edward. He is either in God tier or good great tier. I just really appreciate him as a character. Maybe it's just because Robert Pattinson is so sexy, which my roommate and I realized when we rewatched the first two movies. Maybe I'll put him in good grade tier because I do think that he does have a lot of questionable things about him, and he is also kind of the worst at times. They do not have a healthy relationship at the beginning, and I do think that he can grow over time, and also he thought he was doing what was right, so he's not God tier. No one's been God tier yet. Okay, Jacob Black, he's in poor tier. He just bothers me. I just feel it doesn't matter. Maybe it's just because I hate love triangles, but it does not matter if you like this girl. If she's literally in a relationship and you're just coming in here and being no, actually it's me. I was in a relationship once with this guy, and I became friends with this other guy, and he was just like, oh, you're just gonna dump him for me. Like, no, because cheating is bad, and also, where did you get this idea that I wanted you? And so I feel like that's kind of Jacob. Like, he has this whole thing going with Renesmee. Is she in here for me to rank? Probably. But anyways, he's just poor tier. Just don't like him. Alice. She was, like, a really good friend to Bella. She was, like, the best Cullen, I would say. Better than Edward. The actress, the fact that her wigs kept changing bothered me. I mean, like, by the end, they had figured it out. But I would say she's okay tier. She's, like, alright. I know that a lot of lesbians had a crush on her, and as a bisexual woman, I should be able to be in solidarity with them, but she's aight. Next person is Victoria. This is Bryce Dallas Howard Victoria, not Rachel, whatever her name was. It was something French-ish. I liked her a lot more, so if we're considering both of them, I say it would be okay tier. I really did like her. I thought she was, like, a solid villain, because she was just insane. Like, I feel like in her mind what she was doing was very right, because she was trying to avenge her mate. And she just was, like, very convoluted in getting there, but I do respect that she's not just, like, evil for the sake of being evil. Like, she had these reasons, and I just thought that she was, like, a very solid enemy. Rosalie, I would say she's okay tier. Maybe she's actually good, great tier, because she has, like, very strong reasoning for disliking Bella. She's like, Bella, you're stupid. Why do you want to become a vampire? I never wanted to be this. We get her whole backstory. She went through a lot of shit, and she gave a lot of shit back because of the people who hurt her. She hurt them a lot, and I respect that. She did it in a wedding dress. It was terrifying, and, you know, I respect that. Rosalie, I really liked the fact that she supported Bella. Like, lots of people say that, like, Bella only had the baby because, like, Stephenie Meyer was Mormon, but I do think that, like, there is a pro-choice aspect to it rather than a pro-life aspect, because she wanted to have the kid, and Edward was like, no, you can't do it. And yes, it was a stupid decision, and the baby is terrifying, but I respect that, and Rosalie helped her, and Rosalie, all she ever wanted was a kid. Seeing her, like, fucking rocking the baby was adorable. Can't get past it. Jackson is poor tier. I really liked him. Like, I thought he was an interesting character. The fact that he is, or was, a Confederate soldier, and, like, he lied in order to get into the Confederate Army earlier, like, I don't like that, you know? The Confederacy sucked. Was bad. Moving on. Oh. Who is this? I know what her name is. It's not Irina. It's not Carmen. She, I think, was just, like, an interesting character, but an irritating character. Like, in Midnight Sun, which is going to be coming out soon, like, in the parts that were released or leaked, she was, like, she was in love with Edward. And I just, you know, I mean, I get it, but I'm just gonna put her in poor tier, because maybe I'll move Jackson to shit tier, because I feel like just kind of being okay, and like, on the bad end of okay, and being a Confederate soldier are different things. Aro, creepy man, poor tier, don't like him. The other Volturi were interesting. He was just, like, creepily laughing the entire time. Carlisle, God tier. He's God tier. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's what he deserves. I hate blondes, but Carlisle, I feel like all the dads in the series are, like, kind of, like, doing the best. I do think there is an issue of, like, he changed, like, most of the vampires without their consent, but he was trying to save their lives, and I do respect that. And, I mean, they were gonna die anyways. So there's that. Okay. So above Aro, Caius is going. Caius is an okay tier. I don't think he's just, like, very stupid and evil. Like, he's just, like, evil. Without really, like, a need for it. Like, he hates the werewolves. Like, his death scene, terrifying. I like Jamie Campbell Bower, so maybe that's the reason I like him more than Aro. Who knows, really. Seth Clearwater, God tier. I wrote self-insert fanfiction about Seth Clearwater. We were in love. I also just think that he's very sweet, and, like, he's, like, if Jacob was not angsty, that's what he would be. Emmett. Good, great tier. He is a himbo. I keep seeing TikToks about, like, imagining what goes on in his mind and what Edward has to listen to, and they make me laugh so much. I do think that he is just a jock, and he's stupid, and he'd probably be homophobic. But he is a himbo, and I do respect that. And Jane is so terrifying. I'm gonna say she's... I really hate her, and I don't like Dakota Fanning that much as an actress. So she's gonna be an okay tier. Alec was also in my self-insert fanfiction, so he's going in good, great tier. I feel like we could have gotten more about him. I do like his power a lot more because it, like, there's like a physical aspect to it, and it does have this like magic element rather than like a psychological thing. So I like that. Esme, good, great tier. Such a good mom. She's so good. Like, she just wants Eber to be happy, and she wants her kids to stop being very stupid and fighting all the time. Embry Call, god tier. I respect that man. I think he was also in my self-insert fanfiction for some reason. But anyways, like, we had so much focus on Quill, but I liked Embry so much more. And so, yeah. Poor tier, I would put Irina, who is the one who told the Volturi about Renesmee. I just, like, I feel like miscommunication is such a big thing in, like, the Twilight series. But, like, her miscommunication, like, she was nearby. She could have gone to talk to them. I understand that she has trauma and that she was already upset with them. But, like, I feel like it could have been easily avoided. Somebody could have caught up with her. Could have been done. Jessica. Poor tier because I don't want to hate women. But also, she is just, like, a catty bitch. And she is, like, trying to fight with Bella for all these men that aren't shit. Like, I will say, Edward, in this situation, like, you should put your friends first. Fucking, what's his name? Mike? Ugh. He's so awful. I hate Mike. He is a sleazy man. He's coming up, I believe. Sam Yuli. I would say okay tier. I would say poor tier, actually. Now that I was like thinking about his backstory, and I was like, you know, I kind of like it. He did domestically abuse his girlfriend, technically, Emily. She did get scratched all the way down her face, and she is Leah's cousin, whom he was dating at the time, and he imprinted on Emily. And so it was like this whole can of worms. And I just do not respect cheating, even if it is imprinting. He's not bad. He's just, like, not Embry. Like, I already established this. Go back to the Embry part. Leah, god tier. She's like the only female werewolf. I love her. The actress has, like, the strongest jawline I've ever seen in my life. Love her. And just, like, I just respect someone. I just respect her so much because she was, like, Sam left her for her cousin, which is, like, a lot to take in. And she's so angry, and everybody is just, like, yelling at her for being angry about this, but it's, like, so valid. And, like, all she wants is to just, like, be normal, and she's just, like, an outcast no matter what, because she's, like, she's a girl in the pack, and, like, she's the only female werewolf, and so she's a werewolf, so she can't relate to the other women. And it's just, like, it's a struggle. Another god tier, Charlie Swan. There are so many TikToks about how he's great. If he wasn't a cop, he'd be fantastic. He's a very bad cop, though, and not in, like, the police brutality way, just in, like, the I don't know how to do my job way. And so I think he can stay in god tier. This is Demetri. He's kind of stupid, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put him in poor tier. Oh my god. This is, like, Senna or Zephrina? I'm not sure which one it is. I'm actually not sure, and I feel kind of bad about this. Good, great tier. I thought her magic was pretty cool. Or, like, her powers of being able to, like, show somebody a different thing. And also just the way they show up. Like, they just, like, run in. They just, like, suddenly appear. And they're like, hey, I'm in the trees now. And I like that. Paul. Using god tier. Good, great tier. Somebody posted something and said that Bella has more chemistry with Paul than with either of the other two dudes. And I have not been able to stop thinking about it. I just think he's so funny. She, like, punches him, somehow does not break her hand in that moment. And he just goes wolf mode. And I like him. He is also very pretty. Like, when he like, looks back at her and says, sorry. That's a man right there. Billy Black. Good, great tier. I think that he's, like, a solid person. He has his reasons for being upset, and Bella's just, like, let me get the dick that I want. And, like, I think that he's, like, you're actually gonna die. Bella's mom. I would say okay tier. She's, like, very funny, but also, like, she is not the best mom. Like, she's, like, a friend mom, and I feel like sometimes you do just need your mom to be a mom. And so that's why she's an okay tier. Eric, shit tier. He was not supposed to be the main dude. It was supposed to be Ben. I miss Ben, so it's partially because of that. He is just, like, very odd as well. Like, whenever I get to Mike Newton, he's fucking going in there, too. Laurent, okay tier. I thought he was fun. I don't think he had, like, any motivations besides the fact to like, try and kill Bella, besides the fact that he was just there. But I think that's good enough. Mike Newton's shit tier. I've already discussed why I hate this man. Do not make me go into it further. Ooh, Tate, I think, the other Denali Coven sister. God tier. Like, I know some people said that, like, Alice was their lesbian awakening. Like, have you seen Kate? Also, she, like, electrifies people, and I respect that. Also, Lee Pace, he's coming up. He literally just gets electrified by her because he wants to. Emily is in the okay tier, just because, like, I feel like she puts up with a lot of shit, and she, like, she's doing a great job. Like, she has to care for all of these werewolves, but at the same time, while I do like the scenes that she's in with Bella that we don't get a lot of in the movie, like, there's one where, like, Bella's just going around with her while she, like, cleans her house, and it's just, like, a very, like, wholesome moment. I just feel like maybe if they had gone to therapy rather than her just seeming to, like, accept what had happened. I mean, he's very apologetic, but the cycle of abuse exists. Okay, Riley Beers. He's poor tier because he's stupid. Like, I understand the appeal of, like, the crazy redhead lady, but at the same time, he's just so stupid. And he's very creepy. Like, he goes into Bella's room and, like, touches her stuff. And I do really like that scene with Edward because he has this, like, black hamster eyes. And I can never find it on YouTube. But it's fantastic. Marcus. Marcus is God tier. There is so much backstory for him in the official illustrated guide. Like, he was, like, married to Aro's sister and they were gonna leave. And then Aro killed his sister so that they wouldn't leave, and then Marcus is just depressed. That's why, like, in the last, because I knew that, going into the last Twilight movie, when he gets killed by, like, getting ripped in half, when he says, finally, it's because he's so depressed and he just wants to die because Aro killed his fucking wife, his mate. And so I just respect him. He was also in my self-insert fanfiction. He was, like, the father of my character. Yes, Lee Pace, God tier. He was in the Revolutionary War, but I think that he was just, I mean, it doesn't really matter what side he was on. He just likes war. I think that's just the thing. But also, I relate to him because I, too, would let that lady electrify me. Jay Jenks. I would say poor tier just because we don't get a lot out of him. But at the same time, he's not, like, shit tier. Maybe he's okay tier. He's okay tier. Because he does, like, do a lot. He's like, Mrs. Cullen, does your husband know you're doing this? And she's like, no. And he's like, you know, that's valid. Some people want to escape their husbands, and I respect that. Tyler, I would say he's poor tier. He is one of those men, but also, like, he does get a lot of shit thrown at him, and I feel like he's, like, the only, like, all of the dudes that were pursuing Bella were supposed to be white. And so there is diversity added in, but at the same time, he is, like, Charlie is so shitty to him when he accidentally hits Bella. Oh, he doesn't even hit her completely. He just hits her, like a little bit with his car. And so, I don't know. Harry Clearwater. He's okay tier. His death scene is, like, one of the most beautiful scenes, probably, from that movie. Just, like, that whole, like, all the slow-mo and Victoria running around. But I just feel like we don't get a lot out of him. There's a lot more of him in the books, I believe. And also, like, with his family. Sue Clearwater, also okay tier. I do like that she's making Charlie happy and they are together. But at the same time, we just don't get that much from her. I feel like we don't get that much from her in the book either. But this is, like, Renesmee in general, I feel like will be poor tier, but this fucking animatronic baby that did not even make it into the movies, that is shit tier. That thing is shit tier. Apparently it's haunted and in a museum in Forks. 911. Why? So that's my ranking. I feel pretty solid about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to do this and you want to, like, tag me in your videos, I will link my Twitter down below. Leave it in a comment, anything like that. I would just love to know your thoughts on ranking the Twilight characters. These are also very fun, so I kind of want to do one again. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!